Hi, Katrina. How are you today? How are you? Can you hear me all right? Let me see if we can hear. Let's have a look. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? Hmm, Just get. Hello, Guy of Fortune. Yeah, that works. Anjali the Virgo, how are you doing? Thanks for liking the video, guys. I do appreciate that very much, obviously. So let's get into it. Let's do our channel members first, guys. It is important to do channel members. So if you've got a question, do post your questions. No third party, health or legal. Hold on. Echoing. Yeah, it's echoing because I was doing it on the phone. Hopefully it's not echoing now. Right. There. Right, okay. Let's have a look for Angeli. Anything you need to know. Let's have a look. Thanks for liking the video. I do appreciate that. Right, let's have a look at Angeli. Angeli, anything you need to know. Guy of Fortune, have you got a question? Just me, how are you? So this is for Angeli the Virgo. Please like the video, guys. Do appreciate that. Donations on PayPal, Cash App, or SUPERCHAT. Yeah? All right, Guy of Fortune. Right, tell me when you're back then. Right, Angeli, what do you need to know at the moment? This is for Angeli. Right. So, Angeli. So the first card we have is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is great for following your intuition, also your soul's purpose. Sometimes when we go along life, we go with our emotions all the time, or we go with overthinking. This is like your direction where you have to actually be. So when we want to improve our intuitive side. Sometimes we need to take a step back and trust in our higher self, in the God forces kind of thing, and really let go of control and fear. So this is about trusting, being in the moment, and we take away a lot of control that way, a lot of fear, and a lot of kind of wanting an outcome. So it is an important lesson to learn, the High Priestess. Right. Also, today you have the Emperor. So things are improving for you at the moment. This is a good time to start something new. Really enjoy the time where we have that aspect where we want to make change. So we're coming into a new month shortly, and this is always a good idea to revise what we wanted from the end of last year into this year. So sometimes we need that strict kind of attitude towards ourselves, but not being over controlling. The Emperor is one of these energies where sometimes we are over analytical. So yeah, as the High Priestess says, just use your intuition and guidance with that, but get things done. And your other aspect today, Angeli, is the Six of Swords. So for you at the moment, things are definitely getting better. So you're moving away from a kind of a constraint. Sometimes when we have the Emperor energy, it does boil down to a kind of a strict aspect. Sometimes an overbearing, too much yang, where the High Priestess is using a neutral zone to actually get things done. So Six of Swords is a reminder that you are moving into a gentler energy. So kind of don't get overwhelmed at this time. Don't overheat on in emotions. This is a time to realize that things are getting better for you. Does that make sense, Angeli? Thanks for being here. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the comments. Do remember to put your questions down. If you can't see your questions, we can't do them. Right, who's next? Thank you so much for being a channel member and coming to the session today. Right, guys, who is next on the chopping block? Right, a Rose Rain, how are you? Hello, you've got to put your question down. If I can't see your question, I can't do your question. Right, a Rose Rain, may I ask, is PG starting to realise they made a mistake by ghosting me? Do they miss me? Okay, a Rose Rain, let's have a look. Is PJ missing you? Yes, please keep posting your questions, guys. If I can't see your question, I can't do your question. Copy and paste your question and keep posting it. Thank you. Because I don't know if you're in the room or what you're doing. Right, a Rose Rain. Let's have a look at PJ. Are they missing you at the moment? Right, PJ. Okay, a Rose Rain. Let's have a look for yourself. Are they missing you? Ghosting us. So the first energy we do have is the King of Cups. So this is a good card because it shows that in some way they definitely are, but it's also picking up on your energy about what you're trying to bring to the table. If we still hanker after something that's gone by, we're not fully participating in our own love, our own desires of what can happen in your world. So this is a time to really realize that you are in charge of your heart and where that goes. If we harbor too closely on the past, then nothing can be done about that. And that is important to actually take on board with this energy of the King of Cups. We also have for yourself Temperance. So it's not so much that they miss a certain aspect, but they are healing and there is change there. So this is a possibility that you two could get together, but it's a healing. It's a kind of aspect that with patience, we can really aspire to not only love yourself and to move on from that kind of energy, but from them as well. Okay. Also, you do have the Hermit. So this shows that they are in that kind of contemplation mood where they have to see what's right for them as well. So yeah, I'm sure they do miss you because of the King of Cups. I miss that kind of energy, but there is healing taking place. There is a reason why people block and ghost and things like that. It's because it wasn't right at the time. Sometimes we can be over anxious about situations and nobody wants that kind of nervous energy around them. So at the moment in time that they're just on their own, considering healing, considering how they make a kind of observation almost towards themselves and what they want. But yeah, there is an element that they definitely do miss you though. But it doesn't mean to say that's going to go to anything. Okay, thank you, Rose Rain. Hi, Flyer, how are you? Forgiveness is always a thing we do to ourselves. So if we have the energy of not forgiving people, it only comes to hurt us, not them. So it is important to forgive on a daily basis ourselves, the situations we put ourselves in, and also people. So if we don't learn to forgive, we're not really loving ourselves. That's plain and simple. Okay. So let's have a look at Katrina. Is Nathan thinking about you today? This is for Katrina. Is Nathan thinking about you, Katrina? Right, Katrina. Do keep posting your questions, guys. If I can't see your question, I can't do your question. Is Nathan thinking about you today, Katrina? Hello, Cosmo. How are you today? So hopefully you're having a great day or had a great day. This is for Katrina. Is Nathan thinking about you today? Nathan. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yes, Nathan. Right, Nathan, let's have a look. Oh, yeah. That fell over. Can't scry if we can't see into this crystal ball. Right. So is Nathan thinking of you? Well, we do have the Seven of Pentacles here. So this is always a nurturing card. So maybe they're having a look at what can happen. So it's kind of a waiting game here. So having patience with the thoughts coming in. I'm getting the feeling that they were kind of very, very busy today. But let's have a look further. Yeah, there you go with the Eight of Pentacles as well. So sometimes they have to refocus on what they do want and how they actually gain that kind of energy. Can you see that, guys? It's blurring in and out, isn't it? So that's the Ace of Pentacles there. If it focuses, doesn't want to. But yeah, have they been thinking of you? I think they've been extremely busy in thinking. And here's a tower, which is a moment of kind of things have to crumble down. They realize that sometimes what are they working hard on? So when we have a look at these three cards, it's all right, like the focus. Sometimes when the tower comes, we have to notice that things always do change. So sometimes for them, realizations will come, but I don't really think they've been thinking necessarily in a positive way about this. They've been thinking too much of work, keeping themselves a little bit too busy, and they just might be a little bit stressed about other things other than people that aren't physically in front of them, because this is focusing on the job at hand. You see what has to happen. So take patience. Things do definitely have to change for them to think about you a little bit more. All right. Hopefully that made sense. And you. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Right, just me. How does Karen feel and thoughts about me? Okay, just me. Let's have a look at yourself. This is for just me. Yes, Sherry, you can certainly be added. How to get added in my lives? First of all, priority is by donation. Second priority is becoming a channel member. And third priority is keep posting your question all the time so I know you're in the room and I can see your question. Thank you, guys. Just me. How does Karen feel about you? Let's have a look. Just me. This is for just me. So how does Karen feel towards yourself? Right, let's see Karen towards just me. Okay, so just me. So the first energy is the Eight of Wands. So sometimes when they think about things, it can be a little bit quickened, which just means they can feel a little bit stressed about it. So don't rush this person into anything that they don't want to. It's all about timing, isn't it? Also, at the moment, we do have the energy of the Queen of Cups. So they're kind of expecting a lot more from the situation. Okay. So I'll explain this one as well with the Ten of Wands. So when they feel overstressed and overworked, it's like there's too much to be done. So when we get this kind of energy with the Ten of Wands, it means that there is work. One has to really nurture how they actually feel towards you, and also that they want love, right? So if love isn't being demonstrated within their life and it's not being spoken about, it's not being kind of demonstrating, then they're thinking it is a little bit too much to bear. So I don't know what you're doing to actually make it a little bit easier for the situation, but it is important to kind of not overburden the situation. All right. So they're thinking whether you put pressure on them or they've got pressure on themselves, things like that. Okay. So, but yeah, they do want a situation, definitely. Okay. Thank you. Good luck, Karen, for just me. Thanks for being here. Do remember to keep posting your questions, guys. If I can't see your questions, I can't do them. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you, Jasmine. Right, Cosmo, how will the first week of February month be for you and Ahmad? Right, let's have a look, Amara. What's going on with Amara and Ahmad? Thank you, Misha, for subscribing. I do really appreciate that. Do remember to put your question down. Thank you so very much. Right, Amara. Let's have a look at Amara and Ahmed. Amara and Ahmed for the first week. Amara and Ahmed in February. Let's have a look. Amara and Ahmed. Amara and Ahmed. So the energies for you two. First energy, we do have the Ten of Cups. Whoa, do we like that or not? So with the Ten of Cups, this is a great time if it focuses. Um, there you go. Oh, isn't that sweet? So with the Ten of So with the Ten of Cups, this is a perfect time for you both to really realize and be grateful that some things within life are worth achieving. So your emotions will feel very soft and very gentle and very loving. So when we reach the pinnacle kind of thing, maybe you'll feel more love because we are going into that love season of Valentine's Day. And, our hearts do open a little bit more within that. And then you've got the Two of Cups. Can we get any better with you? So obviously there is going to be a significant change. Let me focus on that. There you go. Look at the two of you. So this means you're try to attract something that's really, really beautiful inside. So just trust your own self and your love. Trust that things can happen on a greater scale. Ten of Cups and Two of Cups. What a great relationship. You do, of course, have the Tower, which is sometimes one of the best things to have. So, as I said before, when you have the Ten of Cups, it's always there's only one way we can go. Is it not focusing today? So we have the Ten of the Tower here. So after the Ten of Cups, we've got to realize that we have to maintain these sort of things. We can't always be on cloud nine all the time. So sometimes with the Tower, it means things changing. So a lot of the times when we have this, our world is shaken and rocked to realize that we have to strive for something better, a better foundation. So it's all right to have the romance, it's all right to have a kind of surface love, but it does need to go deeper. You do have the connection, however, to build on that. So building the relationship stronger than ever before will really pave the way to a long-term aspect. So remember, it's all about free will and free choice. Your decisions that you make today do benefit or hinder tomorrow. Thank you for being here. So let's do Dorothy. Thanks for being here, Dorothy. Thanks for being here, Pearl Parker. Do keep remembering to put your questions down so I can see them and I know you're in the room. Thank you, Amara. So let's do Dorothy at the moment. Thank you for liking the video, guys. Do appreciate that. So let's do Dorothy. How's Dorothy today? Let's see what's going on with Dorothy today. Sherry, thanks for being here. This is for Dorothy. So, Dorothy, let's see your reading today, moving the energies. Misha, how are you? So, Dorothy, the first energy we do have is the Five of Swords. With the Five of Swords, we know that sometimes that mental energy, let's see if it focuses for us today. I'll put it over here. So with the that's better, isn't it? So the Five of Swords energy, sometimes it's our mental mind and what is kind of blocking the way that we individually need to think for ourselves. So whether it's outside influences or our own inner voice, we need to move away from that because it's a huge distraction of our real self. So you don't need your confidence knocked at all in everyday life. Okay. Also, you do have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a good card to demonstrate that things are developing. If you nurture your mind in a better way, more positive, not doubting yourself, this has got room to grow and develop. So, like any seed, we need to plant it, but we need to nurture it. So sometimes when we get the Five of Swords energy, it's like someone saying, oh, that seed won't grow in that environment, but we have to nurture it and let it kind of fly. See, this lady got wings. It's like flying into a territory that we can actually see can happen. All right. So it's a very important card. It's a slow burner for you to realize your full potential. Hello, Deborah. How are you? And also for Dorothy, you do have Judgment. So this is another good card for you to realize that the seed of hope is beginning to flourish. This is the rebirth card. Same with the Queen of Pentacles. That can be fertility and birth of new projects, etc. And when we have the Judgment card as well, this is a new calling. So for you, if you're doubting yourself, you've got no confidence, people saying, no, don't do that, it's not worth it on a financial level or whatever, you have to believe in yourself. Queen of Pentacles is Queen of Money, Queen of the Earth, the birth card, and this is judging. So having that call of judging where you want to be, what you want to do, is believing in yourself and have that confidence, Dorothy. Is that making sense to you? Thank you very much for being here. Sherry, are you still here? So Sherry would like a love reading, I think. Yeah. Thank you for liking. Thank you for being here. This is for Sherry today. All donations on PayPal, Cash App, or SUPERCHAT. Still got that stupid cough. Right. Thank you, Dorothy. Right, Sherry, let's have a look at your love reading. Love is in the air. Right, let's have a look for Sherry. Good, that mission's good. Keep posting your questions, guys. If I can't see your question, I can't do it. Right, this is for Sherry. A love reading for Sherry. What does Sherry need to know today? Pearl Parker, hi. Right, that's good. Keep posting those questions. Right, this is for Sherry and love. Right, Sherry. Oh, I don't know why that's up there. So, Sherry, the first energy is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is a really good energy for you to really realize. Did the camera go as well? Um, so the Queen of Wands is good to be very positive in your outlook at the moment. Be very open and receptive. It's the drive and the passion that really allows us to be motivated in the day. So when we really love ourselves, in a better way than ever before, we can actually see things clearer. So this is a good time for you to take that energy and really utilize the love for yourself to attract exactly what you do want. Also, with your love reading, we do have the Hanged Man. Now, this is a great card. A lot of people think, oh, this is very slow energy, etc., etc. But it actually isn't. It can be a great energy to really move through time and space to realize that you have to definitely realize you're worth it. So anything worth achieving does take time, but it's like Odin sacrificed a lot to pick up the runes, to have that knowledge. And it's a knowledge of love. The knowledge that if we're looking at a love reading of what you really do want within your life. So take time. Don't just rush into something with the first person we see and you think, oh, they'll fit in, get really involved and wonder at the end why we're hurt. Really have that stance within yourself to know who fits in your picture, so to speak. So with the Ten of Pentacles, this is definitely the long term. So this is demonstrating loyalty and an ability for yourself to realize that financial stability is also one of those good things. So for you, it's finding a kind of an aspect where family could matter to you and really seeing the long term. So when this card comes up, sometimes, Sherry, we've got to look at what have your family taught you subconsciously as well as consciously, and then that'll give you an idea. But really reflect on what you want from your situation. So sometimes we need to attract um, someone who meets our way of life. Does that make sense? It kind of does to me, but it might not to you. Okay, who's next? Misha, does Zahir have genius love feelings for you? Genuine. Right. Right, this is from Misha. Does Zahir have genuine love feelings? Thank you, Dorothy. A message from Spirit for Dorothy. All right, thank you. Right, let's just do Misha. Yeah, I know. I'm used to autocorrect as well. Right, Misha, let's have a look at Zahir. Thank you, Sherry. Lots of love to you. Blessings and love to everyone. Oh, you lot can see that now, can't you? That's what I'm reading. I probably can see on there anyway. Right. 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 Thank you. Right, this is for Misha. Does Zahir have genuine love feelings for you? This is for Misha. Does Zahir have love reading? Right, let's have a look. Misha, let's have a look. Right, genuine feelings for you. Let's have a look. So we do have the Six of Swords. So things are definitely improving within their mindsets. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So if you kind of have a look at this and say, well, what have they said? Is it going to be superficial? Is it a throwaway comment? And usually people are in a habit of doing that, but they're going to kind of go to a place where things are more understandable. It's almost like the parting of the ways to see clearer. So it's a good stance to actually look at the genuineness of the situation. And that parting of the way does bring that death scenario where the transformation takes place. So they might have been going through the motions of saying, like, da 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 da, and not really feeling it. But it's almost like they've said it or acted like it, but now they're beginning to understand it and believe that they genuinely do have feelings for you. So the transformation is within them. So sometimes we do have to trust um, how people genuinely are. So, sitting very still with a person, you can pick up those kind of vibes. You do have the Hierophant as well, which is a really interesting aspect because it means that you can look at what they're like, what you're like, and the spiritual connection. So I'm believing that they are beginning to change and really have a deeper connection with you. So whatever they do feel is genuine. Um, but it just depends on your understanding of what is going on. I would definitely trust them at the moment, though. Thank you. So let's do Dorothy Collins, message from Spirit. Thank you. Um, hmm. Hello, Choi Tea today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, message from Spirit for Dorothy. What does Dorothy need to know? Right, I'm gonna use this deck as well, mate. Because this is my new deck. Right. So I'll put them there. Right, Dorothy. Let's have a gander. Thanks for being here, guys. It's all randomly picked unless you donate on Cash App, PayPal, or SUPERCHAT. Right, so the first energy you do have is the Ten of Wands with this. So sometimes we can have secrets, we can have things that we want to demonstrate within the world. And sometimes when we keep hold on to these, it's like that burden. And we need to kind of release them and free ourselves from the over expectations of certain things within our life. So it can be troublesome, but sometimes we just got to push on and kind of go, we are worth it to achieve what we do want, but we don't need to be dragged back by certain secrets or kind of things that we were told as children or whatever. And this is a time to kind of release that and make life so much more simpler and more freer. Also, you do have the Knight of Pentacles. So, this is more about planning the long term goal instead of sometimes the short term goal. So, whatever you do want to achieve within life, what we have to see that the vision. So, the vision without the pain, the vision that we need to plan. If we don't plan, you've probably heard me say this quite a few times. If we don't plan to succeed, we actually plan to fail. And you don't really want to do that. So, the burdens that we can have is poverty thinking of lack of time, lack of ability, what we've been told. So, we need to strive a lot more. It's like we need to focus and really aim. Also, Dorothy, you do have the Ace of Wands. So, this is giving you the ability in a strong manner to really understand that you can take that passion, you can take that inspiration and self-belief, and you've definitely got that ability to do so. So it's almost like, when we have that secret power within ourselves, we can override the burdens of something that hasn't developed before. And now the universe is trying to say to you that now is the time to own who you are and really understand that it is your choice now to really shine, really have that energy, that desire, the passion to go forward in such a large way that you will be able to just work miracles. I'm getting the word three. In 3 years, you'll look back at this time, early 23, and really understand that, wow, I actually took the steps towards planning my future exactly how I wanted it. All right. And give you one more. And we've got the Page of Pentacles as well. So once you begin to shine your own light, so to speak, you will definitely see that new vision for the future ahead. So it's a good time to spring into action now, definitely. And you see the rabbits springing into action. And what is the year? The year of the rabbit. This is your year to start to plan and move forward. And so I said I'd give you a one of these new cards that I've got, and there will be a flip through of it coming next week. So this is for yourself. See what comes out. And this came out. So friendship. Successful couples are good friends. That's really nice to know. Are we backwards with this camera? Um, so yeah, this is good to have friendships, and longer lasting relationships from friends is always a good thing to have. So that's something to keep under your belt, that friends make good couples. Very good. So hopefully that made sense to you. But yeah, planning the long term will win the short term. All right. And it gives us a little bit of a zest to actually achieve those goals. What do you think, Dorothy? Thanks for being in the room, guys. Do put your question down if you are still here. If I can't see your question, right. Pearl Parker, thank you for being here. Let's do Pearl Parker and a love reading. Thank you for being here. This is for Pearl. Right, let's see what's coming up for Pearl today. Right, Pearl. Love reading, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. So you two have the Page of Pentacles here, which is a great time to really see that vision of what you do want. It's an understanding that everything is down to choice at the moment. And it's like it's paving the way for you to choose what you do want. So it's like you'll probably come across a lot of options at the moment. And it's almost like, what road do you actually want to go down? Because this is your time to learn about what you are attracting, which is very nice indeed. You've also got the Ace of Wands as well. It's so very much the same, isn't it? So this is just saying that you can achieve greatness where you want it. When we have that magic wand, it's like, what can we create? What can we really make happen? Sometimes when we look at things, it's almost like, a lot of the time the Ace of Wands can be that sexual card. So it's almost like what we're attracted to sexually right away might not be the long term. So when we have the Page of Pentacles within that vision, sometimes we have to look at something that's more reliable. So taking that kind of spark is always good, but it's sometimes a long vision. But it's fine, isn't it? And then you do have here the Four of Pentacles. So this is a good card to remind ourselves that sometimes when we keep ourselves to ourselves, nothing happens. But it's also keeping our cards close to our chest that also nothing happens. So we have to trust ourselves more. And with the Page of Pentacles, sometimes it's a kind of a poverty way of looking at things, and it's beginning to understand that we can put our toes, so to speak, in the water to really kind of go into deeper relationships than ever before. So sometimes when we're on that aspect of flatliningness, we don't really want to, or we're a little bit scared of committing to something deeper. We've just got to trust ourselves just a little bit more and shine. All right. So hopefully that made sense to you. Interesting. Right. Thank you. Right. Next we see. Next we see Debarati. So you'd like to know Ayan Jana's current feelings. Alrighty, this is for Debarata. Let's have a look at Ayan Jana's feelings for you. Okay. Ayan Jana's feelings. Hello, Violet. How are you? Thank you for the rose. That's beautiful. Right, let's have a look at Debarata's question. Do post your questions. Thank you very much. All randomly picked. If I can't see a question, I can't do your question. Thank you for liking the video and also subscribing. Do check out the videos on my platform. Any donations are by PayPal, Cash App or Super Chat in the pinned comment. So this is for Debarati. Ayan's current feelings. Ayan's current feelings towards Debarati. Right. Here we go. So first of all, we do have Six of Cups. So there is a lot of kind of interesting memories here. And a lot of times we focus on the fun elements and not the serious elements. So they obviously look at you as quite sweet, quite loving. They are interested. So it's almost like that they want to participate, but at the moment we don't know how serious they actually are. So it's a kind of aspect where, let's have a look, where they have with the Seven of Pentacles that this is a time to grow, to develop. So a lot of the times we need that patience, that nurturing aspect, and understanding themselves and what they want. So this has got a kind of immaturity level to it, and it really needs to kind of be uplifted to a more mature understanding of how they can develop. So if you were in a kind of a friendship, or just have fun. Don't make anything serious out of this at the moment. The moon. Sometimes when we have that moon, some things can be a bit of an illusion. It's like sometimes we see it and sometimes we don't. But there is a good connection there, and it shows maybe that connection can be looked at in a deeper way. But this is not a time for that loyal commitment romance. Just have fun, just have that friendship. We don't want to scare them off now, do we? Hopefully that made sense. But yeah, they like you. They probably think of you quite a lot, to be fair. Thank you, Violet, for being here. Thank you for posting your question. And Joyty as well. Thank you for posting question. So, Violet, future actions of my child's absent father, Brandon. Right. Let's have a look, Violet. I was a single parent for a long time, so sympathies for that. But it is what it is, isn't it? Their loss. Right. Violet. Let's see what Brandon's doing at the moment. Next actions of Brandon towards Violet. This is for Violet. Thank you for liking the video, guys. Do appreciate that. Thank you. Right, this is for Violet. Brandon's actions. Brandon's actions towards Violet. Right. So the first aspect we have is the Ace of Wands. This is popping up for a lot of us today with the Ace of Wands. So Brandon, right? Violet, we need to have a look at what the Ace of Wands really is. Sometimes it's that passion, it's a sexual kind of connotation. So be careful, wear condoms. I'm laughing. But sometimes we have a look at that and, you know, that breakup kind of sexual connotations that happen in most kind of relationships that have broken up can be a little bit of annoying. But with the Ace of Wands here, so yes, they still have got that kind of sexual kind of connection with you, but a lot of the times that this can be a very good firm stance into saying, right, okay, maybe I need to face my responsibilities. Sorry. So they may suddenly wonder what could happen in these kind of things. So we have the Four of Cups. So the next action is that the opportunity to start again is definitely there. You know, being a responsible father or even having a responsible relationship. But with the Four of Cups, this kind of says that the opportunity is here, but will they take it? So, as I said, it's all down to their choice whether they take this and really embark on, you know, being with the child, you know. So, it doesn't always have to be in a relationship, it can be just looking after the child and being responsible for that. So, they are demonstrating here with the Nine of Swords that they fear. So, I don't know. To be frank, it doesn't matter how old this person Brandon is. People still have a fear of the responsibility of looking after a child, whether it's founded in whatever it's founded. So they actually fear a lot of the time that the responsibility is too hard, but also it has implementation. Oh, I can't say the words. Implications of yourself. So sometimes when people have been hurt or they don't quite want to be in the relationship, you know, it's like they don't really want to do that. And they fear that when they get close to the child, that whatever obstacle that had in your relationship, it might come up again. So it's difficult. So their next form of action is, yeah, they might want to come through and start again, but the opportunity it is kind of, you know, they probably know or sense that you're keen, but they fear if they do start again, the same kind of aspects are still going to be present. He left because he couldn't handle his yeah. Violet, I'm not kidding you. That happened to my daughter. It happens a lot. So that's why I said right at the beginning, um, to face the kind of responsible. That's why I said it doesn't matter how old this, because I was going to say, oh, they're a bit immature to handle, you know, family, but it really doesn't matter if they're 40 or 50. These kind of, um, you know, feelings come up. But with him, I can guarantee 100% he has got issues with abandonment. So it seems weird that he has because he's doing it to you and the kid, but he definitely has issues with abandonment. Oh, he's only 20, he's only 22. Oh, what a baby. Oh, how cute. Um, well, it's not cute, is it? Babies having babies. But the thing is, right? He does have issues of abandonment. And because you just said he's 22, um, you've got to kind of look at this, right? I know children pick their own parents, right? But please, for the sake of the kid, I know this is weird, but allow whatever age your child actually becomes and he wants to be with her or whatever. Unfortunately, he does have parental rights, etc. So, um, sometimes it's good to get a living order or whatever, because they can stop you doing a lot of things, these fathers. So know your rights, in the country that you actually live in, is what I'm saying. But there's a lot of fear here, and I can guarantee you it's abandonment issues. And it doesn't matter how many girlfriends he gets and gets pregnant, etc., etc. That's going to be a pattern. So don't expect miracles from this dude. Hello, Doc Angel. How are you? But yeah, just love your baby as much as you can. Because your baby picked you as the mother. So that's nice. Violet, he's only 22. Sometimes we just got to look after ourselves, and our babies to be stronger as people. Um, I've said it a zillion times now. You can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. If he's your world, Violet, you're gonna have to do something really to get yourself stronger as a human being, as a person. Um, it's obviously you may be the same. Your boy, yeah, well, that's different. It's hard, it's tough. We all know that. I've been a single parent. My daughter's a single parent because her dude was like a dude. It's not easy, but take every day as it comes. But don't expect much from the father, especially if he's kind of moved on to another family. It's sad, isn't it? But it is what it is. It's the age, So whatever age we're living in, it is just what it is. Please don't be idealistic about X, Y, and Z, people. Irene, hello. Thank you, Violet. Lots of love to you and blessings. One day at a time. Right. Choiti, let's have a look at Suraj, current feelings for you. Right, Suraj. Current feelings for Choiti today. Thank you. Good to see you, Irene. How are you? Thank you for liking the video. Do appreciate that. Thank you. Right. Thank you. Right, this is for Choiti. Suraj, current feelings for you. Not too bad, Irene. Thanks for asking. Right, this is for Choiti. Right, Suraj's current feelings. Suraj, responses, current feelings towards Choiti. Suraj, current feelings towards Choiti. Right, let's have a look, mate. So, the first aspect we do have is the Six of Swords. So, their feelings are changing. They definitely are changing. And usually this card signifies that it's changing for the better, which is always a good thing to do. Is it focusing? Probably not. It's just being awkward. There you go. So the energies, you will find that you want to kind of both of you be a lot more calmer, understanding, and really kind of go through the journey of life in a more calmer way, or a more of an understanding, a more of a maturity way. So they are feeling a little bit more positive towards yourself. And here with the Knight of Swords, sometimes if one party is a little bit immature about things and still like to drag up the past, you're going to have to learn to sort of not allow that to happen, whether it's you bringing up the past or them, or kind of going through a scenario which doesn't have any place in the present or the future. Hello, sunlight. That's going to really hinder your progress in moving forwards. All right. So you've also got the Queen of Wands. So staying positive is so much better for you. There will be a new zest if you allow that zest, that happiness, that joy, to kind of go forwards. Right? Does he love you? Well, that's a different story. That's a complete different story to the way that you're actually going. Um, I get the impression that the way that this person loves is done by actions. So, for instance, depending on what they've done, you've done in the circumstances, it defines the way that they can love. Love is an expression of how they are. I don't think this person has really understood what true love is at the moment. So allow them to kind of really connect to something that's really deeper. I think it's going to take a long time for this person to understand what true love is about caring for another person and caring for themselves. They're the type of person to kind of ignore what's in front of them. So when you say, do they love you? Not to the ability that you want. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question. Right, let's have a look. You don't want to see that, do you? Okay, so next person, thank you for being here. Thanks very much, JT. Tomorrow is your birthday, Sunlight. That's great. Happy birthday, Sunlight. Let's do your general message for today and tomorrow. Oh, well, I hope you're celebrating in a nice manner, Sunlight. Yay, happy birthday, happy birthday. 27th. Cool. Right, Sunlight, let's have a look. Irene, are you still here? Thank you for liking the video, Sunlight. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, this is for Sunlight. Birthday messages for Sunlight. Right. I'll give you a birthday present with these new cards. Whee! Right, thank you. Right, this is for Sunlight. You get one of these. Yeah, Irene, put your questions down. You'll be next after Sunlight. Right. I'm going to do a review of these cards. So, right. So you have denial, Sunlight. Ooh. See the truth in the situation. Okay. Is that focusing for you? Beautiful little angel. When she focuses, come on. Hold your breath. Hey. There you go. Ah, the daisies. So it does take a long time, my camera. Rubbish. Right, also Sunlight. What you do have is the Queen of Cups. So this is very apt, I think, because I always see the Queen of Cups as a bit of the wish card, holding that cup and really seeing. So it's like scrying into the water and really seeing the new vision, the vision that you have for yourself. So tomorrow, Sunlight, when you blow out your candle, and do get a candle there and really make a wish, because you have to ask for bigger things than ever before, because this is your solar return. So really think, right, what do I want? How does my life look? What do I really want? What is the skeleton of what I want within my life? So it's really about giving to yourself more, as the Queen of Cups always does. So see the vision for yourself and don't deny yourself. Was that denial? Yeah, give yourself what you want. You know, you can. Absolutely. So don't deny yourself the luxury of what you do want. And then you have the Hierophant here. So this is a good card to really understand what a spiritual path or journey is all about. So when we ignore our soul journey, our spiritual journey, and to really amalgamate them together in understanding what it is that you're trying to achieve, you can achieve greatness if you allow it. Not what we've been told by tradition, but really connecting to our own soul journey, because everybody knows where they need to be, but they've moved away from the knowingness. So really connect back to that. Also, you have the 10 of Cups. Sunlight. What's this about? You have the 10 of Cups. So with the 10 of Cups, this is complete happiness and joy when we get that in there. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. You be yourself. And then we got the little face in the tree and the little cups and everything's happy. It looks like you've walked into my world. So when we deny that fulfillment of joy and happiness every day, just because we think we're not in our perfect situation, then we're denying ourselves that. So to have 10 of cups is a secret that many people don't really understand, that the choices we make in our emotions, etc., is how we feel about today and where we are. So you are in the perfect moment right now. So 10 of cups should always be present in our day daily. And if we've actually got that, we're really singing from our soul. So really appreciate who you are and appreciate other things, and then you'll be in my world with the 10 of cups. Hee haw, yay, yay, yay. But have a great birthday. I hope you're not working tomorrow. Blech. Oh, horrible. No worries. Thanks, guys, for being here. Thanks for the likes and posting your questions. Irene is next. Let's have a look at Irene. Mohit's current feelings and next actions for Irene. Thank you for being here, guys. Lots of love, and you're getting older. Always a good thing as well. Right, Irene. Let's have a look at Mohit's current feelings. Irene's current feelings towards Irene at the moment. Right, Mohit. So the Two of Wands, this is a good energy really, because it means sometimes we need that passion. When we see the cross in the runes, it's a gift. So the gift of this instance can look at other things that are outside of our current vision. So a lot of the times when we see this, we see things as a little bit better if we move forward. But sometimes the cross can be the what we bearing the cross. There's a lot of things within this, but the Two of Wands, I always believe, is a good friendship and a good partnership within moving forward. So it's kind of good how he sees the situation just at the minute. And we do have the Judgment card. So at the moment, Mohit really needs to bring a beginning, a forgiveness. When the Judgment court comes around, it is that forgiveness aspect and starting again. So it's almost like refreshing what we've already kind of known or involved in. So there he is. And you can see here there's this kind of hourglass thing. So things can take time, but then it's up to him to kind of come out of that phase and see that there is a good opportunity to take. Also, with the King of Cups, then this is a good stance that they might want to bring love to into the situation and understanding, a little bit more empathy to themselves, which is always a good thing to actually come across. If we can focus on that, thank you. And that's quite good. So how they feel is that they are going to be more open, more honest with themselves, and they might even start to try again to make things a lot better. Right. So I think that's a good stance. It is kind of taking a little bit of time, but all things take time, growth, etc. So good old Mohet. Hello, Bhavya. How are you? Thank you for being here. If you want a question today, just put it down. Thank you for liking the video. I do appreciate that. If you got your questions, do put it down. Bhavya, you're next. Pooja, hello. How are you? Thank you for liking the video, Pooja. Do put your question down and we can get to you. Bhavya and Pooja, do put your questions down. You will be next. Thank you. I know YouTube thingamajiggy is quite slow. Right, here we go. Thank you. Blessings on Irene and everyone else in the room. Thank you for liking the video, guys. Right, this is for Bhavya. Should I change my workplace now? Right, let's have a look at the energies, Bhavya, about you changing your workplace. Let's have a look. Thank you, Pooja, for being here. I do appreciate people. Right, this is for Bhavya. Should you change your workplace now? Energy surrounds Bhavya's work. Should they change workplace? Should you change your workplace? Right, it's all down to free will and choices, but let's have a look at what the universe energies is implying. First of all, you have the Lovers. This doesn't help much because this is the choice. This is the choice. So you have a choice whether to stay or go, which is self-explanatory. But with the Lovers, it's a bit better than the Two of Swords in a way, because it shows that when we sacrifice ourselves for something that we know we shouldn't be doing, then we're not really living and we're not really having that free will or choice. So when we have a look at the workplace that we're in now, is it making your heart sing? Could it be any better? Is it jumping out of the pan into out of the fire into the frying pan, out of the frying pan into the fire, so to speak? But there is a choice that goes with this. And I do particularly like this because it's almost like the choice that you will make on your soul journey, because this is to do with the soul, will be actually right for you. So you'll probably instantly know what the choice kind of is. So when we have the Eight of Wands, don't get overwhelmed with the choices that you do have. Things can come quite fast for you. So say if you're sitting there and you're going, yeah, I'd like to change my workplace, to be fair, because I really do feel that something better is coming along. And the decision again, we got the two butterflies there. So it's almost like, again, that stands for choice of the mind. Is this the right thing to do within what I'm thinking just at the moment? So let's have a look further. So you do have the Chariot. So with the Chariots, this is having that choice again of body and mind and emotions. So don't be too kind of over emotional about that. Oh, the people I work with are rubbish. I'm not being recognized. I'm not being valued. And those are two of the reasons that you should be moving forward. I always believe, but this is my belief, if I'm not valued, I will move on. And the Chariots is a great time to be moving on along with the Eight of Wands. So if you did choose to move from your current situation into something else, I think that perhaps might be the right decision for you. But you know about your finances, you know about your CV, you know about your abilities. So the Chariot is a good thing because it's always taking that little bit of a risk to move further afield. So you do have the energies to be able to do that. But here with the Lovers, making that decision for what's right for you at this moment in time. So I can't tell you what to do. You probably won't be able to make the decision. But one thing I look at is it's probably a good thing to do to actually challenge yourself. If we don't feel challenged, if we don't feel valued, if we don't feel respected, and we're not being paid for what we being respected, then maybe it is time to take a risk and really move forward. But you can only make that decision when it's right for you. Okay, good luck with that. Pooja, what spirit wants me to know about the connection with Nahman? Right, let's have a look, Pooja. Let's have a look at your connection with Naman. Thank you, Bhavya. Let's have a look. Connection with Naman for Pooja Gupta. Pooja Gupta. And then the connection with Naman. Right. So, your connection with Naman at the moment. You do have the Page of Pentacles. So, this is going through a new phase and a new vision. So, this can be like a real good understanding of where we feel stuck with this. Hello, Ibtisen. How are you? Do put your question down. Thank you for liking the video. So sometimes this can be for yourself or for them a little bit stuck. So it's a kind of an aspect where growth is needed and the ability to have confidence in themselves is needed as well, or the situation. Also, you do have the world. So the connection between the two of you will find can go far if you see and understand each other. If the connection is kind of broken, it kind of pulls apart for some reason. It's almost like that's a very quick energy where you don't have to necessarily learn certain things before you move on, kind of thing. Does that make sense? And then with the moon here, this can be a very kind of emotional time for one of you. So the connection that you both have is almost like fleetingly. I don't think it's necessarily long term at this stage. We've all got free will, we've all got choices. It depends on how we drag it on. But I'm just picking up that you could get over invested in this situation and not allow the organic process that needs to happen. And there's not a lot of learning within this. It's very kind of fleetingly aspect, Pooja. Hopefully that makes sense. Things might change, but it is a kind of a fleeting kind of energy. Tarot account, hello, how are you? Thanks for liking the video, guys. Do appreciate that. Ibtisem, may I know, does Yaman want to reconcile with you? Does Yaman want to reconcile? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're getting bad vibes. Protection. Dora, thank you for liking the video, guys. Do appreciate that. Do put your questions down. Thank you so much. Right, does Yaman want to reconcile with you? Let's have a look. Does Yaman want to reconcile with Ibtisem? Does Yaman want to reconcile? Hello, Zoa. How are you? Right, do put your questions down, guys. It is randomly picked. I'm not going to be here for very much longer. So right, let's have a look at, does Yamin want to reconcile? Right, let's have a look. Do they? Well, we do have this huge change and realization that something is happening. Sometimes with this energy that they're displaying at this time may take very quick energy, or it might be very slow. So, what do we have? We have the Ten of Swords. Oh, they're not. I don't think they're going to make a decision very, very fast on this kind of energy. It's almost like, so the breakdown of what has happened, and with the Ten of Swords there, it's almost like they think, right, okay, maybe relationships aren't what they need to be concentrating on at the moment. And with the Nine of Wands, this definitely shows here that they won't reconcile with you anytime soon. Um, so this tower for them is going to take. Some people can do this in a second, and other people take decades. Not saying that that person will, but the kind of pain that they took on with this kind of energy, and how you both were and how they feel disillusioned, and that's why they've got the tower. They've got to go through a lesson about not looking at disillusionment and what part they played in the matter. So this is generally a good card, because they will break through that, but I'm not sensing that they're actually going to do this very quickly. They're more of a slow process person. So not at the moment, but anything's possible. Remember, people can change at the drop of a hat. Thank you. Victoria, thank you for being here. Right. Do like the video, do put your questions down. I'm not going to be here much longer, but I will do my best. Zoa, want to know a current feelings towards you for Zoa. Thanks for being here. This is for Zoa. If I can't see your question, I can't do your question, please keep posting your questions. Thank you so much. Zoa, A's current feelings towards you. Let's have a look. That's good. All the way down there. Right. A's current feelings. A's current feelings towards Zoa. Right, A's current feelings towards you at the moment, Zoa, is you do have the Page of Wands. This is not a bad thing, actually. It means that they can actually take this energy and utilize it. So at the moment, they might spring forward and really open up a little bit more and take that challenge on. And with the Page of Cups, you can see that they want to open up their heart. They want to understand what that connection between the two of you actually is. So this is a great time to really bring hope in the situation, understanding, empathy, compassion, and that it has that stance where if you were to go to a party or something, that would be really, really good. With the Five of Wands, though, oh, Violet, thank you very much. We have the kind of energy here with the Five of Wands that something needs to be sorted out. So they may think that you're not available, or they may think that something needs closure within this circumstance. So, even though they want to start again and understand a lot of things, it's almost like keep things peaceful, keep things honest, direct what you do want. We don't want this energy to turn into arguments or overheatedness about who talked to who and what that is kind of developing in. So sometimes this can be a sign of a little bit of jealousy. So if you do get into that social scene where you want to kind of meet with other people, just be wary of this. This can be an energy where they think, "Ooh, who's she talking to now?" Or "Ooh, who he's talking to now." Just be very careful because it's got a kind of a good stance of developing a little bit more, if that makes sense. Thank you, Violet. So let's do a general reading for Violet. Thank you for the donation. Oh, right, this is for Violet. Let's see what's going on with Violet today. And I'll also give you one of these great cards. These are good. Let's have a look. They're angelic love and relationship cards. Right, this is for Violet. Let's see what's going on in Violet's life, other than the nuisance, as I call them. Right, what does Violet need to know? Right, let's give you these as well. Right, this card for you is Ask. So when we have the card Ask, it's asking our angels. I don't know whether you connect to, I know it's backwards. Ask the angels for help. Sometimes when we really ask our higher self, our spirit guides, angels, but also the God force, sometimes when we're actually saying, "Oh, I wish this would happen," or da 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 da. Sometimes we need spiritual kind of intervention to really say, "Look, please help me with this situation." So it's almost like you might have that worry of your previous question, um, and sometimes we can ask the angels or ask God or yourself, your higher self, or your spirit guide, and say, "Please guide me to help my child." And help me and give me the strength in this sort of situation. So it gives it a kind of a general throwaway thing to give you the strength and give you the ability in a way to kind of say, okay, here's my situation and I want help. So sometimes help comes in different guises. It doesn't necessarily come from the help that you want from baby dad, Mr. B. But nevertheless, when we actually send these kind of good intentions up, it gets more kind of, you know, something coming back. And that's why the angels say, ask us, because we can't intervene without you asking. It's kind of plain and simple like that. So when we look at your general reading today, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So this, as you perhaps might know, is the Patience card. It's a nurturing of what you do want. So when we have a vision of what you want, and obviously you want that bond with you and your Baba to really, really be stronger and really be health strong, etc. And I always do good intentions on the new moon, and I write down what I really do want. And sometimes it's this is what this is about. This is our garden, our life, and how we nurture it in each stage. It does show that if we want something strong and beautiful, that we need that time to nourish it. Sometimes like lavender seeds. I don't know if you've ever planted lavender seeds. They're very hard to grow in England. Um, and there's a lot of process to it, and it's just like our dreams of love, our dreams of career, and whatever we're doing, we need to nourish them and do something daily to actually achieve them. So sometimes we need help, we need a little direction. So when we ask the angels, sometimes we need a little bit more advice with this one and this one and this one. And it's a kind of an aspect where sometimes having the help from a friend or a help from a relative, will allow us to ease our situation. So nourish it and weed out what's no longer needed. And how we saw in your other reading is weeding out the kind of aspect of, well, what's this person going to do? I've been saying religiously to my daughter when she has kind of negativity and being overpowered by a narcissist. I said, you need to empower yourself. This is the year we're not being manipulated. You need to be empowered. So this does take a nourishing time to actually do, and hopefully you can do that too. Also, we have the High Priestess. So, following your inner journey is essential. You know your soul path. You just got to reconnect with that. So, your higher self knows this. You know what you came down to earth to do. And, like you said in that comment, your boy is everything. So, that is everything. It is a complete gift that we have children, and it's an honor to nurture them. So, whether you know this or not, or you believe it or not, you know, a soul has many journeys, and your boy might be older than you. So, this is why where it becomes a kind of an honor to actually nourish that particular soul. But what else? What is for Violet? What is your inner journey and the long run? So, being in contact with that, you'll know if you connect to yourself. Makes sense. And also, you do have the Three of Swords. Now, I always think this is good to come up in readings because it's just a reminder that we've got pain. We're still a human being and we've been hurt in the past and probably every day, really. And this to me, sorry, is always a reminder that we've got to release pain. If we hold on to pain, resentment, disappointment, anger, frustration, that eats away at our body. Sorry, and ultimately our spirit and our soul. So we need to release it because we don't need to hold on to stagnant, toxic energy. Just let it go. It has no place in our life whatsoever. If you want to take yourself away and have a good cry about certain things, that is the best thing to actually do because that's releasing without holding on. So, recognizing that we have pain is fine. That's a strength of character and really is a good thing to actually do. Also, you do have the Two of Cups. Yay! So, this for you is a great card because it simply means when you got the High Priestess with that, which was here, it means that on your soul journey, you can attract exactly what you need to. The Two of Cups is a healing card as well. So, coming directly after, yeah, yeah. Um, Decluttering is always good. Throwing salt in corners is always good, as well as all the other ones that you guys know. So, with the Two of Cups, this is a good card to attract what you do want. So, it's like the yin and the yang, and the positive and the negative, and being whole. So, this is why it's the cleansing and the kind of connecting, attracting. So, I always see this as the manifesting and visualizing success. So we can't attract to us what we don't already have in us. So we need to attract that love for ourselves, really connect to that spirit that we were saying. And that's where maybe your card of Ask the Angel is a really good thing. Well, it wasn't there. Where's it gone? It's gone somewhere. Where has it gone? Anyway, I don't know where she's gone. Anyway, so the Two of Cups is all about that kind of connecting to something. So, two different souls coming together is a good thing indeed. All right. And one more we'll give you is the Nine of Swords. This is the fear, maybe, that you won't be able to get into a long term relationship again. Now, this is unfounded. I mean, where's the truth of the matter within that? So, putting everything aside and looking into your higher self, but asking the spiritual realms to actually help you in this particular journey of pain and kind of, like a shock. I'm getting that shock value. So don't be nervous or don't be over concerned. Just do one day at a time. Really heal with the Two of Cups and attract what you do want. The wholesome thing. It may take a long time. It may take a short time. But the Nine of Swords is fear grounded in nothing other than the mental body, which loves to cause a drama at the first available moment. That's why there's a lot of dramas and horrors and thrillers and whatnot on the telly, because that's what people like and the mind loves it. So dispersing of this, really looking at the positivity, really looking at things that make you more understanding of yourself. So having patience with that, and also if you can remember to remember this video, and if you want to keep listening to it, because sometimes when we hear things we go, yeah, I've heard that, but sometimes when we listen to readings again we go, oh yeah, I wasn't quite listening then, or hearing, but that makes perfect sense now. Yeah, absolutely. It does show here very much so that I think there is a path, that there's more to you than actually meets probably your own eye. So the development of where you're actually going, on your particular path, will become clearer once you've developed that kind of knowingness, knowing your direction, of how things are actually going. But the Two of Cups is a good thing of what you can attract. So sitting in who you are as a person will allow yourself to really connect to something. So if you already kind of know, you just have to ask. That's what your angels are trying to say. Ask us, but mainly give permission to yourself, because you're not giving yourself permission. That's the one thing I'm picking up. You're not giving yourself permission to allow yourself to develop, if that makes sense. But yeah, interesting. Thanks for being here, guys. Thank you, Violet. Lots and lots of love to you and your wee one. Right, one more. I'm going to do tarot account. Sorry, Meg, I haven't got time today. I'll just quickly do tarot account. What are C's feelings and intentions towards you? All right, tarot account. What are C's feelings and intentions towards you today? No worries. Yeah, Mega. You're all right. Right, let's do tarot. C's feelings and intentions towards you. Right, tarot account. You've got the Seven of Wands. So, as you perhaps know, they might be on the kind of blame aspect. So they're on a blaming. You've got the High Priestess as well as the Ten of Wands. So sometimes how they look at things is that obviously the whole aspect is a bit of a struggle. So for you using your intuition about this and seeing if C is worthwhile to fight for or go the long distance or even a short distance, really, it is hard when people kind of go, well, this has happened or this has been said or whatever. Um, and I'm getting the impression that they don't really hear you. They might listen to you, but they might not hear you. So it doesn't matter how many times you say something, they've switched off. So I don't know, if you think the relationship or the kind of interactions are working. Um, but yeah, that's a very harsh kind of situation. It's not impossible, but it's kind of harsh at the moment. So C, I don't know whether you want to invest in C so much. Right. I know. Things change. Everyone's got their kind of choice of how they react to people and how we talk to people. And, you know, a lot of people bring a lot to the table already that has nothing to do with us sitting at that table. So it is difficult indeed. Anyway, I'm going to head off now, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love to you, blessings to you, and we'll see you all next time. Do take care. Adios, au revoir.